Original FC, back in the cut. Do you know what I mean? A bit more of a somber tone. Hey, as you can see, best player in the world. He showed you lot, put his life out on the line, put everything out on the line this whole series, especially the game 7 and the game 5. Kevin Durant, KD, best player in the world. But we all know why we're here. The Bucks have eliminated Brooklyn Nets in 7 games. The game was, a couple days ago. I wanted to make a video straight after, but I was fuming. I had to take a couple days to recollect my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, compose myself and come here and drop a video for you guys today. But yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're gonna play the Atlanta Hawks, who played an unbelievable Game 7 last night. Beat Philly on their home court. Brooklyn. What more could KD have done? What more could he have done? Played 53, all 53 minutes last night. 48 points in regulation. You know, the shot to send them to overtime. If only his shoe size was just a bit smaller, it would have been a 3 and that would have been series. But KD, he killed all the narratives. All the narratives about he couldn't do it by himself. About he needs guys to be able to have the performances he does. He was out here by himself, damn near the whole series, and took it to 7 games. This should have never been a 7-game series. The Bucks, with the players they had on the court, it should have really been over in 5 or 6. It really should have been over in 5 or 6. But the greatness of KD allowed it to go to 7 games, allowed it to go right to the end, took it all the way to overtime. This is what Kevin Durant does. But Joe Harris, you choke artist. You're a choke artist. You're a bottle job. Wide open looks the whole series. You were shooting damn near, what we shoot, like 55% from 3 in the regular season? This series against Milwaukee Bucks, you shot worse than Giannis. You shot worse than Drew Holiday. You shot 20% from 3. You were wide open every time I saw you. And you shot 20% from the 3-point line. If you'd have made just 2 more threes yesterday, this would have been over in regulation. The Bucks would have been in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. But no, you decided to be a choke artist. You turn out to be one of them guys. You're one of them guys. You're one of those. Regular season, you're ball out. Cash. Playoffs. Oh, no. You ain't that guy no more. Brick. That shot, I think, was it in overtime? Wide open 3. You make that 3, it's game. And the fear in your eyes. It wasn't even that you were bricking 3-pointers. You were missing open layups. You was just shook. I just seen the fear in your eyes. When the guys who are meant to be doing their job can't do their job, when nobody else gives you anything else, you can't win in the playoffs. You need guys to step up. And no one stepped up. Let me take that back. The guys who did step up in this series, Blake Griffin, he played out there. He went out there and gave everything. I have so much respect for Blake Griffin after the series, what he done for the Brooklyn Nets. He tried. Jeff Green hobbled, came out there, gave you 27 in Game 5. He tried. James Harden. A lot of people were slagging him after Game 7, after what happened, after how he performed, and he was terrible. Keep it a buck, he was terrible. He gave you 22, 9 and 9, but it wasn't a good 22, 9 and 9. It was a lot of wide open threes he was bricking. But I'll give him a pass. Because he was playing on one leg. He came out here to support his brother KD. But what we know about James Harden is he has a history of going just moving weird in game sevens. Like game seven, James Harden is a scary sight, and not for a good reason. I seen a stat like he's something like 20% from three in all his game seven. Like, so he's played what, about 9 or 8 game sevens, and over the course of those 8 or 9 game sevens he's played in, he's 20% from the 3-point line, or something like that. Something like 18 or 70 something from three. James Harden is a history of you choking when it comes to games, when it's game time. You know what I'm saying? When it's game seven, when it's time to win or go home, there's a pattern of you flaming out bad. And he's another one. At the end of OT, you saw KD was gassed. He had nothing else left in him. He gave that ball to James Harden and said, listen, please. When KD gave that ball to James Harden, what I saw was, James, I ain't got nothing left. I need you to help me take this home. I need you to try something here. Harden got the ball and gave that shit right back to KD. Right back to KD. He ain't want none of it. He didn't want to take it home. I saw the fear in his eyes. He has a pattern of this. He gave that right back to KD. And you know the rest, you know. Drew Holiday bucks up with him on the perimeter. Can't really get much going. Turns around, tries to hit a fadeaway, short, air ball. He didn't have his legs, he was gassed. He gave everything he could, and unfortunately it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton came up big in the fourth and an OT when he needed it. Drew Holiday hit some big threes in that fourth quarter. Chris Middleton, that one mid-range when, you know, Bruce Brown's guarding him, KD comes on the help defense. And then, you know, he's got very little space to work with. Steps back, hits the mid, tough shot. You know, Chris Middleton, he saved Milwaukee this series. I got to keep it a buck. He saved them in a few of those games, especially at home. You know, Chris Middleton doesn't do what he does, which is what he should be doing. It's his job. But he's been one in the past to shirk away from the big moments. We've seen it. But in this series, he came up big. You know, he did what he was paid to do, and Milwaukee won because of that. And Giannis in Game 7, all the slander, all the talk. I'm not his biggest fan. I don't really think he's got much. He ain't got no bag. He's not on the level of Kevin Durant. We saw that in the series. But in Game 7, 40 points, I can't remember the rest, something like 13 rebounds or whatever. He showed up. Hit one tough hook in the post on KD in overtime. Big shots, man. That's what your best players have to do. And in Game 7, he took him home. When Drew and Chris Middleton weren't playing too well in the first half of that Game 7, Giannis was keeping him in the game. Fair play, man. Fair play. But in the end, you know, Brooklyn were hurt. If Brooklyn were fully fit, this would have been over in 5 at most. You know, they'd have won the chip. But injuries happen. That's NBA basketball. That's the playoffs. That's what happens. But listen, KD, that's my dog. You made me proud. You know what I'm saying? 48 points in the Game 7, most in Game 7 history, in NBA history. KD, best player in the world. You know what I'm saying? Wearing this one, proud tonight. Joe Harris, piss off. Joe Harris, I don't want to... Listen, me and KD, we're going to be back in Brooklyn next year. I don't want to see you there. I don't want to see you nowhere near the roster. You can't be in Brooklyn no more. You ain't valid. Choke artist. Get out of my face, man. Milwaukee Bucks, they're heading to the Eastern Conference Finals. Atlanta, Game 1, that'll be on Wednesday night. It's going to be a fun series to watch. Philly, y'all, you lot choked it. Don't think, hey, I'm coming for you lot next, you know. Alright, but that's what I got for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. In the comments below, down below, I want to ask, after this series, where do you place KD all time? I got in my top 10, top 5 to top 10. It's my dog, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, please like, comment, subscribe. Unreal FC, I told you I'm back, I'm consistent. I'm gonna start being consistent again. We out.